7 in the morning. I look out my kitchen window and nearly choke on my coffee. Our HOA president is sliding a shiny key into my front door lock, and it actually turns. This woman has been terrorizing our neighborhood for months, and now she's walking into my home like she owns it. But the moment she crosses the threshold, she freezes, because my wife steps out holding something that makes her face drain white. Act 1. The Spark. My name's Justin Roberts, and 6 months ago, my wife Tracy and I thought we'd found paradise in Oakwood Heights. Manicured lawns, picket fences, neighbors who wave when you drive by, the whole Norman Rockwell postcard. And then we met. Kelly Phillips, the HOA president. At first, she was sugar sweet. "Welcome to the neighborhood," she said, handing me a binder of HOA rules thicker than my college textbooks. She bragged about maintaining property values through consistent standards. I thought, all right, fair enough. 3 days later, violation notice. Apparently my mailbox was angled 2 inches off spec. 2 inches? I'm a city safety inspector. I measure things for a living, and even I thought it was insane. But I adjusted it, smiled, figured I'd keep the peace. Next week, another violation. Garbage can put out 12 hours early. 12 hours, not 12 days. Who cares? Well, apparently Kelly cared enough to type up official documents about it. At first I thought she was just obsessive. Looking back, that was like thinking a stalker is just really friendly. Because one morning I catch her outside, trying keys on my door. Not one key, an entire 5-pound ring, every one tagged with house numbers. My stomach dropped. This wasn't random. She had a system. "Excuse me, Kelly, what the hell are you doing?" I barked, marching outside. She didn't flinch. She held up that ridiculous key ring like it was a police badge. "Emergency inspection protocol," she said. "I need to verify interior compliance." Interior compliance in my house. Before I could explode, Tracy joined me. She didn't yell, she got calm, dangerous calm. She pulled out her phone, hit record, and said, "Sweet as honey, Kelly, show us the board authorization for that emergency access. Show us the insurance coverage. Show us anything proving you have this authority." Kelly stammered, waved papers full of legal jargon, and stormed off, but not before slapping a notice on our door, demanding interior inspection within 48 hours. That's when I realized this wasn't a quirky neighbor. This was a power-hungry tyrant in yoga pants with a clipboard. Act 2. Escalation and Doubt. That night I woke to the sound of metal scratching my lock. Midnight. I peeked out the window. There she was, again crouched at my door with lock-picking tools. Not keys this time, professional burglary gear. I called the cops. They asked if maybe it was a family member who forgot their keys. Lady, my relatives don't moonlight as cat burglars with a pick set. By the time police showed up, Kelly had vanished into the shadows like some deranged suburban ninja. Tracy, though. She didn't panic. She inspected the lock scratches, jotted notes in her legal pad like she was building a case. Next morning, Kelly escalated. She showed up with a locksmith waving more fake paperwork. Emergency structural assessment, she called it. The poor locksmith looked miserable, toolbox in hand. Tracy cut him down with one sentence. "Sir, if you change those locks, you'll be participating in criminal destruction of property, and I'm recording everything." The guy packed up and bolted. Kelly, red-faced, spat at us. Some people think they can run from their past, but mistakes always catch up. That one line chilled me. How did she know about my past inspections? Later, a cop arrived. Officer David Parker. Turns out he was her husband. He looked tired, embarrassed. He admitted quietly, "She has no legal authority." That's when Kelly lost her cool. She screamed at him, called him David in front of everyone. And just like that, the mask slipped. She wasn't protecting the community she was targeting. Me. And when she muttered the name Tommy Patterson, my blood froze. 3 years ago, I cited Tommy, a contractor, for massive safety violations. His site had collapsed, injuring workers. My report sent him to prison. He died there after a fight. Now Kelly was here, seething eyes locked on me. "You destroyed my family," she hissed. That night I sat at the table replaying it all. Did I go too far? Was I really just a bureaucrat who ruined a man's life? Maybe Kelly was right. Maybe I had blood on my hands. For the first time I wanted to give up. Pack our things, leave this cursed neighborhood, stop fighting. I even told Tracy, maybe we should just move. She slammed her notebook shut. No, that's exactly what she wants. And then she dropped the bombshell. Tracy wasn't just a paralegal. She was a federal investigator, deep undercover. She'd been tracking Kelly for over a year. Kelly wasn't just a vengeful widow, she was tied to a whole fraud network that had been targeting inspectors like me across multiple states. I didn't know whether to hug my wife or scream at her for lying to me. But one thing was clear, we weren't just fighting an HOA president. We were at war with organized crime. Act 3. The Showdown. The next morning, 8 a.m., Sharp Kelly came back with reinforcements. 6 people all carrying gear fanned out across our yard like a SWAT team, only this was a fake HOA raid, and in her hand a brand new key cut specifically for our lock. I watched from the window as she slid it in. This time it turned. The door creaked open. Kelly marched inside, clipboard in one hand, victory smirk plastered on her face. She expected to find us cornered begging. Instead, she found Tracy. My wife stepped calmly from the hallway holding a thick official document. Not just any paper, federal letterhead stamped and signed. Kelly Patterson. Tracy said, voice steady as steel, "This is your arrest warrant." Kelly froze mid-step. Clipboard clattered to the floor. Her massive ring of keys slipped from her hand, dozens of them scattering across our hardwood like metallic confetti. You can't," she stammered. "You're just a paralegal." "Actually," Tracy replied, stepping closer, "I'm a federal investigator, and you're under arrest for harassment, stalking fraud, and interstate intimidation of witnesses." At that exact moment, Officer Parker appeared in the doorway, flanked by 2 more cops. His voice cracked, but stayed firm. "Kelly, please, don't make me do this. You're under arrest." Neighbors gathered outside, phones out recording everything. The mighty HOA queen reduced to a trembling mess in my doorway. She glared at me, venom dripping from every word. "You destroyed my family, Justin. Now you'll know what that feels like." Tracy stepped between us. "No. Tommy destroyed his own family when he chose crime over safety. Justin did his job. And your reign of terror ends now." Kelly screamed, kicked, but the cuffs clicked shut. The same neighbors she'd bullied were now cheering, capturing the downfall on video. And just like that, months of intimidation ended with the sound of steel on wrists and a sobbing tyrant being led away. Closing line. Power doesn't come from keys or titles. It comes from doing the right thing, even when it costs you everything.